Big week. You guys know how this thing goes, right? The Cowboys, after a win, it feels good. It's even good for your skin, by the way. Cowboy Nation, we on the power ranking. We're moving on up now. This is nothing to be like, hey, let's pop some champagne bottles and pull out the Hennessy. No. But we on this list. And let me just bring out this list right quick. I got it right here. Number one on this list, of course, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We played them, and one can argue. We won that game, right? But they number one on this list. Number two on this list is the LA Rams. They're looking pretty good this year. Kansas City Chiefs, pay attention. We played them this year. They number three on this list. Okay. Arizona Cardinals, number four. Oh, excuse me, we played them this year. Number five is the Raiders. Raiders, surprisingly, been that team this year. Now, it's only been 2 games. You can't crown a team after 2 games, but we got to understand and know that we played them this year as well. So Thanksgiving may be a situation whereas it's going to be a one hell of a game because we play the Raiders on Thanksgiving. The Cleveland Browns are number 6. San Francisco is number 7. Seattle Seahawks is number 8. Number 9 is Baltimore. And then, of course, our Cowboys, number 10. And honorable mention, number 11 is the Buffalo Bills. Now, I've seen the Saints somewhere on the list, like 17, 18, so we play them this year as well. So we play a lot of teams that's in the top 20 that's on this list. Now, what matters the most will be how we perform leading up to the end of this year, how we perform every week, who is improving, what we are doing that's good, how are we in the race with the Chiefs or in the race with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or in the same category as the Raiders and Ravens and all of those other teams. Now, some of the things that we have to iron out will be red zone efficiency levels. We talked about that, right? Some of the back end on the defensive side of the coin, right? But as far as our wide receivers, I'm cool with that. Running back game, I'm cool with that, believe it or not, with the front five, the offensive line. Shout out to Terrence Steele. I'm cool with that for right now. And Terrence Steele, he got some things that he's still going to have to work on. Now there's established tape. I'm quite sure that the other teams are now looking at Terrence Steele tape and say, oh, he improved in this category. He improved in that category. And now you got to be able to counter what they're going to make the adjustments on. Case in point, let me go ahead and say this. I looked up the Pro Football Focus, and they grade every game, and they gave a passing grade to Jaylon Smith. Let's give a round of applause to Jaylon Smith because everybody been hitting me up saying, Lord, why everybody hate on Jaylon Smith? Why is this situation that Cowboy fans hate on Jaylon Smith? And that's not the case nor the scenario. But I'm going to go ahead and say that the Pro Football Focus gave him a grade of 84.5. So give Jaylon Smith praises, right? So y'all can get off of me with, oh, you hate Jaylon Smith. That's never been the case nor the scenario, right? But you way in the back, right? So shout out to him. Now, what we're going to look at heading into this next week, do I want, dare I say, Parsons playing at the edge? No. I want Parsons to play back at his natural role at linebacker. I don't know what that do to Jaylon. I don't know what that do to LVE. I don't know what it do to the other guys, but I would rather have Parsons being able to survey the land, sideline to sideline, seal off of those flats, spy the quarterback in a pinch. But if they want to put him on that line and he create pressure that way, I'm all down for it. So sprinkle him around here and there everywhere. That's all I'm saying with Parsons. He's just too good to be constricted and restricted in one area. Constricted and restricted in one area. Let's move this brother around. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So that is what I'm looking at. Now, as far as Jaylon, he played 16 snaps against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This last game, he played north of 50 snaps. I believe it was right at 54, his old number. Played 54 snaps, led the team in tackles. He was everywhere. He was coming down the field. He made the necessary hits when it was necessary. He covered inside the middle hook, of course, deep hook. He was there. I believe he caused a pass incompletion by getting on the edge there, just being around the defender, which is good. So we'll see if the game plan will be similar, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, how we played the Chargers will be different on how we play the Eagles. Two different styles of quarterbacks, two different styles of weapons that they have on the outside as well. So we'll be playing it different. Now, I believe that their running back game, pretty good. Sanders, he's a guy that can catch out of the backfield, not afraid to run in between the splits. So you need somebody that can keep up with a shiftier running back. And I'm not saying that Austin Eckler was not that shifty guy, but they got two guys that's kind of shifty in a sense, right, over there in Eagles land, right? So we got to have the ability to shut that down easily and quickly so we can make them one-dimensional. We want them to pass the ball, by the way. That's the name of the game with the Dallas Cowboys versus the Eagles. Now, our secondary, shout out to my dog. Shout out to him. Diggs, he been holding it down. Diggs got, 5 interceptions in the last 14 games. Been around the ball, and I'm quite sure he can't wait to play against these Eagles. Man, I know for sure he's ready for it, right? So, on this list, Randy Gregory is turning back around and being back at practice. We would know for sure all of the information as far as his reps, his physical acumen and all of that stuff on Wednesday. We would know how he is he's going to be utilized and used. Will it be a limited snap? Will it be a full go? We'll find out by tomorrow. Now, I can tell you guys right now, Randy Gregory, to me, my goodness. If you guys have a leg to stand on as it relates to keeping Parsons on the edge, Randy Gregory will be that guy. Because now you can say, okay, on one end, you got Gregory. On the other end, you got Parsons that will really get to the quarterback. And I'm not sitting here saying that Parsons already will be a better outcome than what DeMarcus Lawrence was exhibiting and exuding for the last few years. But what I'm saying is that dynamic pressure on both edges, that could still be a philosophy. But to me, just to me, I would still like Parsons at that Mike linebacker role because I like to see him coming through the A gap. Hey, occasionally dropping back, covering the flats. Oh, you need him come off the edge? Yeah, you can do that. Don't take Parsons off the field. That's how I'm looking at it. Do you guys feel me, right? You guys understanding what I'm saying? So don't take Parsons off the field. Another player that we're going to be looking at, and probably they put the bubble wrap all around him, he got bruised ribs, is Amari Cooper. I know. I can hear people saying, CeeLo, Amari Cooper is injury prone. He's horrible. He's horrid. Oh, the Chargers shut him down and all of this stuff, right? I get it. But Amari Cooper's still that dog. That dog got teeth, and he don't do a lot of barking. He just get up on you and bite. So that is what's going to happen when we think of Amari Cooper. And bruised ribs, hard to sleep at night. I mean, when you get hit in a certain way, that thing sneak up on you, right? Those who had bruised ribs before, seems like you're under the water, seems like you're drowning, right? But you got to battle through it because that's where your diaphragm at. You know, those who utilize all of that stuff. And hopefully, I don't know where it's at as far as the bruised ribs, but hopefully he'll be ready on Monday night to be able to play. I'm shooting for this guy. I'm rooting for this guy to have an unbelievable year, just as well as any of our Cowboy players. But at the end of the day, regardless if it's Amari Cooper or not, we still got CeeDee Lamb. We still got Cedric Wilson. Oh, by the way, let's not sleep on CeeDee Lamb. Hey, what I liked last game, when his number was called, even in the pinch to run the rock for 12 yards, he was able to do that. Oh, this is another game. This is another game for Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard combination to show up, and I can't wait. The power rankings are out, so shout out to the Cowboys heading into week 3. Top 10, baby! Top 10! Y'all know how this thing goes. It's week to week far as these rankings. But the ranking just gets you thinking, right? We're moving on up, and we get in the respect that we so rightfully deserve. On top of that, just think about this. On one end, we could be 2-0. Right now, if the aficionados get their head out of us, you know what I'm saying? They be having their head all wrapped in on the Cowboys. They be wanting us to lose every situation, but it is what it is. Shout out to the aficionados, right? Let's figure this thing out, Cowboy Nation. Post me your thoughts. Post me your concerns.